Not a lot happened this week. Kamen Rider Build, Episode 6. They revealed all the powers of the Ninja Comic Sword. Wind, smoke, duplication, fire. Cool. So coming off of last week, Banjo is trying to... He knocked out Sento so that he could watch the guy turn into the monster, and then he could chase it down and lead him to the Faust building, which, sure. Sento finds out, drives over, knocks everybody else out, grabs Banjo by the collar, just drags him back to the base, throws him against a wall, says, no. Bad. Banjo tries to overpower him, and we find out that the dragon bottle is interestingly more powerful than any of the other bottles, and even Sento calls it very unusual. So, without transforming, Banjo is able to overpower Sento, but that's with neither of them transforming. Banjo tries to transform. He grabs Sento's belt, slaps it on, tries doing it. The whole transformation sequence starts up, fails. It causes him great pain, and he falls over. Sento grabs the belt and says, "It's not one size fits all," and starts walking off. I think that's pretty good. So Banjo goes into the main cafe and talks to the cafe owner. The cafe owner starts talking about why Sento is the one who can transform, etc., etc. And Banjo sarcastically comments, and I found this line very interesting, so I wrote it down. Oh, so it's just God Almighty, Wise Buddha, and Saint Sento, is it? And this seems to be reference to, I think it was Kamen Rider Black's manga, and this is spread around the internet. A picture of a man looking teary-eyed saying, even if there is no God or Buddha, there is Kamen Rider. Just fantastic. Masora, the Martian girl, apparently is in love with Sento, and if you bring it up, she starts twitching and spazzing like crazy. Can I say that? I don't know what my audience is. Let me know if you found one of those words offensive, and I will knock it out. Sento gives Banjo like a little dragon monster thing, and it like goes around, and it has really cool background music, and I'm sure it's absolutely central to Kamen Rider Cross, which is the upcoming Kamen Rider's transformation or abilities. I don't know if it turns into the belt or if it turns into a weapon, but right now it is just, it looks so dumb. It's just this little plastic toy flying around, occasionally breathing fire and occasionally sucking poison out of somebody through their neck, which, I mean, good on you for designing that, but also why did you design that? Not a whole lot happened in this episode. They tried to set it up like it was revealing everything, like, oh, the nebula gas, now that's what transforms everybody into the Smash, and also gave Sento the ability to turn into Kamen Rider. However, I mean, the franchise is like 46 years old at this point, so even the most casual fans should know that all the Kamen Riders get their abilities through the same way that the monsters gain their abilities. That's sort of meta knowledge on my part. I'm sure for the actual characters in the show, this was just an absolute crazy reveal. However, no. I mean, we're on episode 6, so if they're getting that kind of non-reveal out of the way now, I guess it's fine. We do get some setup for next week, and possibly the weeks after that. You have what's his name? I forget his name, but did I write that down? I'm sure I have it written down in my prior notes. Tetsuya, right? Tetsuya. He is revealing some information about how when he dropped Sento off, who at the time was going by a different name. I'm glad I keep these in the same notebook. When he was dropping off Sento Toru, or Taru, which is Sento Kiryu's birth name, probably. When he was dropping him off at the hospital for like medical examinations and practices, it was about 9 a.m. that day. And that is the same day that Banjo was allegedly murdering somebody. And the murder took place before 10 a.m. And 10 a.m. is when Banjo got there. He just walked in and saw the dead doctor guy, the Katsuragi. I need to get better at pronunciation. So the current allegation, based on this new evidence and new witness testimony, would mean that Sento Kiryu killed a guy, and I'm like, no, because, again, meta-knowledge here, but main character cannot be convicted of murder in episode 6 as backstory to how he got the writer powers. This is a kid's show. Last year everybody was video games. This year they can't be convicted murderers and felons fighting for political control, right? Am I crazy? You can't. That's quite the leap. So we'll see how that goes. Next week apparently has Panda Rocket, and I'm very interested to see the explanation for how a panda and a rocket is a best match. Perhaps like Panda is strong but stuck on Earth, but the rocket will let him be in space. I mean, if we could put man on the moon, I'm sure we could put pandas on the moon. They're endangered though, so what? Oh god. This show's crazy. I'm trying to write down all of the facts about like interesting and crazy fights and setups, but it seems like the more grand plot this time around is definitely the political atmosphere between Sento, Hokuto, and Toto. And like they actually built bases and underground tunnels into the sky wall itself, which in the first episode when Build is going down with his motorcycle, he uses his drill and like slashes down the side of the sky wall, and it's like, can't you just break it? It's like the Berlin Wall at this point. I get that there's a weird laser force field probably slicing directly through the middle based on like how it's acting at the top, and that seems to be how it's working because they're digging like into the side of it, downward underneath it, and like creating, it's just so needlessly complicated and underexplained. I don't get it. I have other things to do today, so I'm gonna cut this episode a little bit short. I'll see you spicy boys later. Bye.